The sun glimmered over the hills of Galilee, painting Cana in the colors of celebration. The streets were alive with laughter, the sound of drums and flutes, the smell of baked bread and roasted lamb filling the air. It was a wedding, a day of joy, family, and love. Among the guests was Jesus, just beginning his ministry, accompanied by his disciples. His mother Mary was there too, calm, observant, quietly aware that her son was not like any other man at the feast. The celebration was full and free, until the unthinkable happened. The wine ran out. In a culture where hospitality meant everything, this wasn't just an inconvenience, and it was an embarrassment, a social disaster. Whispers began to spread. Faces flushed. The joy of the bridegroom began to fade into worry. But Mary noticed. She didn't panic. She simply turned to Jesus and said, "They have no more wine." It wasn't just a report. It was a mother's nudge, a quiet expectation. She knew he could do something. Maybe she didn't know how, but she believed he could. Jesus looked at her and replied gently, "Dear woman, my time has not yet come." It wasn't yet the hour to reveal his glory to the world, but his compassion couldn't wait. Mary smiled undeterred. She turned to the servants and said words that have echoed through generations of faith. "Whatever he tells you to do, do it." Nearby stood 6 large stone water jars, each capable of holding 20 to 30 gallons, used for ceremonial washing. Jesus looked at them and gave a simple instruction: fill the jars with water. No explanation, no dramatic gesture, just obedience required. The servants obeyed. They filled each jar to the brim, probably wondering, what good is water at a feast like this? But obedience always positions us for the miraculous. Then Jesus said, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast." They did, and as the liquid touched his lips, his eyes widened in astonishment. He turned to the bridegroom and exclaimed, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now." The crowd rejoiced. The wedding was saved. The joy returned. But only a few knew what had truly happened: the servants, Mary, and his disciples. What began as potential shame became the stage for the first miracle of Jesus. This story is more than a miracle. It's a message. Jesus didn't just turn water into wine. He transformed emptiness into abundance and shame into celebration. He showed us that when we run out of strength, peace, joy, or hope, he can fill us again. And not just restore what was lost, but make it better than before. When human effort ends, divine power begins. When you invite Jesus into your situation, even into the ordinary moments like a wedding or a family dinner, the atmosphere changes. He still turns water into wine. He still turns